Alrighty, hello everyone, and sorry for the delay there. Just waiting on someone to get into the lobby, and now we are all good to go, so we will get our settings going. Once again, my name is Jordan, and I am in the commentary box with you for this evening. Today, obviously, we have round 7 in Silverstone here, with a double header, obviously with the F1 25 game offering some reverse tracks. We're doing short qualifying on the normal layout of Silverstone, then heading on to the normal layout, which is forward, what everyone is used to, 13 laps of that, so a 25% race, and then into the reverse session with another 25%, but no quali. So how it'll work this evening, qualifying will be as usual, with our drivers trying to get as fast as they can, and I believe Lord Mahavir is our first to the line. No, he is not. It is Apex, so we'll hop on board with Apex while we are talking. But yes, so qualifying is as normal, and then head into the first race of this evening, which is 13 laps here. At the end of that race, in that finishing order, will be the starting order for the reverse track. So yeah, looking like a pretty fun evening tonight. And what can they do? Right now, Trent Newton, he's held on to his championship lead by, I believe, 37 points now, as Lord Mahavir, our dark horse of the season, as we've stated before. 75 points, 3 rounds, perfect points in every single race he's attended so far. We're in round 7, and he's only attended 3, so very strong from him. Perfect points, a win in every single race he's attended, so can he do it again? As we've got our first driver coming to the end of the track, and I believe that is a V-Cub following behind, whether that is... Oh, Lindsay Muddle, that's right. Lindsay Muddle is reserving this evening, our prestiged owner of ORL, and that Aston Martin wasn't on a lap, and Apex a 26.4. So Lindsay Muddle, a 25.8. Very fast. Indeed. Jeez. Anyway, very fast indeed for him. 25.8 for 7 for our Alpine reserve this evening. It's been a while since Lindsay has touched the game, to my knowledge, and his teammate there, a 26.1 Piastri gate on the front row, a 26 flat. So yeah, Lindsay Muddle, been a while since he's raced in the league, taking a step back, J-Man and others running the show here, but he's in today, he's in for a bit of fun around Silverstone, a track everyone knows and loves, and Trent Newton, provisional pole by 4 tenths to P4 there, of our former champion, and Lord Mahavir only doing a 125.7. And anyway, very good. So we'll jump down to some of our reserves for this evening. RJ Colestra, he's taken a step back from a full-time seat, and he's in the Williams this evening. A new team for him, a new colour. And yeah, we will see what he can do. I'll be back momentarily. Okay, sorry about that. Anyway, as we are back, danger in the McLaren A125.9. So the pole time last night, I believe, was a 126.2. So already we have beaten that. Keith ended doing a 126.4. Very, very quick driver this time around in the game. And Rift, he actually goes faster than him in the Ferrari, the second Ferrari of this evening. Sprinter Giggles only doing a 1:27.3. Clammy Kid, he hasn't had the best of seasons this year. No points. No points at all for him in the Red Bull. Our team principal, of course, for Red Bull at ORL. But yeah, no points. Not very pleasing for him, to say the least. Guga in 16th, well, hasn't done a lap yet. On his out lap now, so we'll jump on board with him. Yeah, in the Aston Martin, he made the move from Williams. Didn't want to stick with Mikey DeBoy. And speaking of Mikey DeBoy, some controversy around him in the paddock recently after Tier 1 last week, which was quite the upset for him. So yes, anyway. We will, move on. Kalki. 2 points this season. In the second Red Bull. He's also on his outlap with Guga. He's just come around out of the pit lane. A very strong driver we've seen. We know he's got the pace. We know he can get it done. It just is a matter of setting up a good qualifying, a good start for him. And yeah, seeing what he can do. Up the front, no changes yet. So I think, yeah, RJ Quister actually on a lap. We'll jump on with him. We'll jump on the onboard. And this is where you make or break your lap here. Not too much red curb there. Open up the corner. Use that curb. I believe he's invalidated. Yes, he has. So he will abort that lap. And looks like he's just going to come straight in. As we only have 9 minutes of the session left, we know this is quite the long track. 1 minute 30, I believe it takes to get round the track. Yeah, well, we do know it's a 1 minute 30 track by the qualifying. But yes, and then if you're doing an out lap, an in lap, that really tallies up. So yeah, about 6 or 7 minutes, 6 or 7 minutes anyway, to get round the track for your run. So yeah, and then obviously not trying to impede other drivers as well. Guga trying to open up the corner here. That was good. A little bit wide from him. He won't like that. But he does need to get a time down anyway. So this will just be a banker as he goes for his final run later on. And I have been told by Guga himself to take a look at his final run, because he said he's going to put it on pole. So I guess we'll see what he can do. It's been a while since we've seen Guga on pole, or even Guga getting up into the front pack. Obviously not having the best pace in this game. He actually does a decent lap time there. He does a 1:26.6. For him, he'll be very, very pleased. But only P12. He will definitely be looking to get into the top 10. Who else is on a lap? The two Red Bulls now at the back. Clammy Kid and Kalki, both on a lap. Kalki hasn't validated, but Clammy Kid, heading into Maggots and Beckett's, opens up the corner, use the curb. He's also on controller, so this will be huge for him, and he just sends it too wide. He carries too much speed through that little section there. He might still keep pushing because he does need to get a time down. Italian Roman only has done a 1:37, so anything above a 1:28 would get him above a position at least, and he is going to keep going. He needs this lap down. A 1:26 is what he's going to look for here. Maybe he can get in front of Guga. It looks like he has a bit more pace. Oh, it's a 1:26, but it's below Guga by just under a tenth there. 13th for the Red Bull driver. And we'll jump up here, because Lindsay Muddle is on his second run. Sector 2, through Maggots and Beckett's as well, and it's very, very clean for him. Very, very nice indeed. We know he is very familiar in the commentary box, and Trent Nitton takes provisional pole still. He improves a 1:25.3. Lord Mappy also has a lot of pace on this game. He got a world record in time trial on the reverse layout, so we know he has pace around there. What can he do around here is the question. Lindsay Muddle at 125.6, just barely inching it in front of Lord Mahavir. So, yeah, after a while off the game, he's still got it. And we'll jump down to Lord Mahavir, who's up on his time by a tenth, and that will put him in front of Lindsay Muddle and back onto provisional front row. Can he find a little bit more time here? He needs to find 3 or 4 tenths to inch in front of Lindsay here. Through Maggots and Beckett's, open the corner. And he like that. Ooh, maybe a little bit too wide for him though. We do know he's a perfectionist. He's 2 tenths up. Ooh, it's going to be close. Another tenth or so, and he's got provisional pole from Trent Newton in the Ferrari. We know these two are going to have a championship fight sooner or later. It depends how long can Trent Newton fend off the Haas. This weekend, he needs to outscore Lord here because he's on an absolute run here. Heaps of momentum, and Lord Mahavir, he gets it done, and he lost a tenth at the end of the lap there. So he's in front of Lindsay. However, still another 3 tenths down the road is Trent Newton. And he doesn't want to give a toe to the V-Cub of, I believe, Italian Ramen. So, a bit of strategic plays for him there. Keith only a 126.1. He can't crack the 125s yet. His teammate Aiden in the 125s by 2 milliseconds. So very, very tight racing. Very, very tight qualifying up the front. And the caution in Sector 3 glitch. Oh no, it's not, it is a caution. Anyway, I believe we are approaching the final runs of the session. I think there's 4 or so minutes. Yeah, there you go. 4 minutes and 30 seconds remain. Apex, the other Haas, P10, a 126.4. And the second Ferrari doing quite well in Danger. He finds that time. He did a 125.4, so now less than a tenth separates those two up the front for pole. So I reckon we're going to have a good couple pole runs here at the end. We've got 4 or 5 drivers that might be able to contend for it. I'd probably put my money on Danger, and I think that was Keith who just absolutely slammed it in front of him. Oh no, it was Aiden. Alrighty, anyway. Any runs? No runs. So, at the back, 2 V-Cubs, 2 Red Bulls, and a Williams. Or that is your bottom 5, or your bottom 4. Kalki needs to get a lap in. But yeah, not much we can really do. No one is on a lap. I don't think. Oh, Mikey DeBoy is. We know that Mikey has a bit of a tendency for coming out a little bit early to get his out lap done, and then hope and pray he doesn't start his lap out with the bucket of traffic that he's going to get from everyone here. So yeah, let's see what he can do. Obviously on non-harvesting battery, getting those tires up to temperature as he comes through Maggots and Beckett's here in a second. And Climby Kid is the second to start his out lap. He wants to get out just a little bit earlier, like Mikey. Yeah, and get his lap done. So I think here they use this opportunity to kind of test their limits here, make sure they've got the right line in their mind. And Ramen on his out lap 2, and there you go, a bit of swerving for him, a bit dangerous swerving, I would say actually, that was a little bit careless. But anyways, the final runs are beginning, as I've just said that. And yeah, you can see all the cars piling out of the pit lane. And here comes Mikey. He's going to get dumped straight into the traffic of about 6. Oh, yeah, I think about 6 cars, maybe 8 cars. I don't know. Yeah, he jumped a few of them, but he's got an Alpine or 2 in front of him. And a little bit of a slide there. Use some of this battery here. He's actually turned it on a bit early, I think. You more so when you use the battery as you're heading down the corner, down the straight, and then turn it off just before the corner. He's got 70% though. A bit of a slide there. He doesn't look too confident with the car. And keep it tight through there. He's going to get a nice toe here from the Alpine. Is that Wicked Moist? No, it's Lindsay. Lindsay giving him a huge toe down the straight. Into Maggots and Beckett's. He jumps out of the way. So does the Haas. And now he's got a little bit of clean air. Just one Alpine remains in front of him. And, ooh, a little bit too much curb there, but he gets it done quite nicely, actually. Oh! And Mikey, the boy, we just saw he slid straight past the track, and he's in the wall, and that is Mikey out for the session. So that's provisional position 11. And we're on to Clammy Kid now. Wow, that was going to be a good lap, but the car just got unsettled there, it looks like. And Clammy Kid does the same. He has a bit of a moment. He wants to straighten out the steering angle, and he just does it a bit too early. And he's into the gravel there. He's going to have to find a lot of time here, but he's going to be very, very far down. He's going to have to be really quick. He might even abandon... No, he can't abandon the run now. He's way too far, and he won't get the battery. And he's out wide. Oh. Clammy Kid, he's only just a bit down on his time after that big moment in the gravel there. So he must have been a good 3 or 4 tenths up, which would have put him provisionally in the top 10. Oh. Where can he find? Can he find some time at the end here? There's a lot of time in these final couple corners. We do know that as he comes to the straight, the first of our runners, and he doesn't improve. It is a 1:26.7 for him. Kalki, I believe the next driver to... No, not the next driver. It's a V-Carb. It's Italian Ramen. A 1:37, so a lot of time he can gain here. Brake earlier than you think here. Don't hit that sausage curb. Use the curb here to rotate the car. And he's actually invalidated at the end there. So Italian Ramen is going to be last if Kalki puts a lap in. Who is going to be next? I think that is... Yes, that is Wicked Moist, and he's invalidated. So he's down on his time. Next, our prestige owner, Lindsay Muddle, is a 10th up. That's enough to put him in front of Lord. Can he find the time to get in front of Danger? He has a bit of a moment there. That might just be lag. He gets to the line, and it's P3, a 1:25.5. Who's next? It's a Ferrari. It's Trent Newton. Trent Newton improves. It's a 1:25.5. Who's next? Lord Bathie. It's only a 1:25.3 for him. Jeez, everything is happening. Apex, P6. A Mercedes still aligned now. Aiden gets P5. We'll hop on board with Danger. Danger's a 10th up. That's enough to put him on the front row. And no, he's actually a 10th down. Jeez, okay. Piastrico disqualified from the session. And that rules him out. All of our qualifying is done. Guga, who promised me a pole position run, has only done 15th. And Kalki at the end there, does he get a run? Yes, he did. He got P6. Huge qualifying. Huge qualifying for the Red Bull there. And Piastrico, he went from P7 down to P18 because of his disqualification there. So a bit silly from him. But anyway, he's not fighting for a championship yet. And that will definitely rule him out of the fight for a little while as we head into the halfway point of the season very, very shortly. But your grid, Trent Newton on pole position by 2 tenths. I believe then is Danger. Hang on. Yes. Oh, okay. Then is Lord, followed by Danger, Lindsay, Aiden, Kalki, Apex, Rift, Keith, and Wicked Moist. So, a very interesting quali there. Not too many teams up in the top 10. It's more of a one-sided fight there. Bit of an individual fight there, but Trent Newton, he fends off from Lord Mahavir by nearly 3 tenths there. And Lindsay in P4 for an Alpine, which is never seen before in these sorts of races. And we'll just wait for the 5 red lights. And we go 5 red lights. It might be a red flag. I'm uncertain. But anyway, 5 red lights, and away we go here in Silverstone. Trent Newton fends off from Lord, and Lindsay gets the jump on Danger, actually. That is why his name was thrown out. Guga down into 16th, Italian Ramen into last. Many position changes up the front. Trent Newton still fending off. Lindsay makes the move on Lord round the outside, heading into the first straight of lap 1 and into 4th place. Kalki, he's gained 2 positions. Keith up into 7th, and many positions being lost here. I believe a couple spins, maybe a couple taps on turn 1, 2 and 3, but wow, what a start there for Trent Newton. 4 tenths already gone on Lindsay Muddle. And Lindsay, he might be looking to take his first win of the season here after a little bit of a break. Very close to Trent Newton. Trent Newton is a fast driver. We know he has made some mistakes in the past. And we've never seen Lindsay's pace really. Well, I've never seen Lindsay's pace. So let's see what he can do here. With very quick drivers behind. And that Mercedes actually looking to make a move down here. And here through goes Aiden down the inside, and he's sticking it to Danger. Can he get the move done? I believe he does. Or they're going wheel to wheel through here. A bit of a Hamilton moment. And Aiden gets on by Danger down into 6th. And up the front here, Lord actually looking a bit under pressure by Kalki. He's losing a bit out to Lindsay. However, it is only lap 2. So we'll just see what is happening with the tyres. One hard runner, which is Piastri Gate. A little bit of softs used here. So the strategy is, from Tier 2, we have learned that the strategy is soft, medium, or medium soft. The mediums have great tyre wear around here. You can go about maybe 7 or 8 laps, maybe 9 laps if you really want to. And the softs just at the end, or at the start for that little burst of pace. So we'll definitely see how these strategies come along. Maybe a medium hard, but I don't think the hards are that fast at the end. Anyway, position changes. Any big losses? Apex, 7 losses from P7 down to P14. And our most gained, Climbing Kid, P12. Very nice. Any changes? No changes. Into the final corners. And Lord actually looks to have a look on Lindsay Muddle. What's going to happen? A bit of a nudge there. He lost a little bit of a rears. And we'll just see what Lord can do here. He needs these points. He said he wants to go 6 for 6. Wait, no. 5 for 5, actually. With the 2 races, obviously. So that would be 5 wins out of 5 potential wins. Him, and he's under great pressure by Kalki. Kalki prioritised the exit there. You can just see that. We'll actually jump on board with him here just to see what he's going to do. He's going to wait until Maggots and Beckett's and onto the hangar straight there with DRS to make the move. And Lindsay runs a little bit wide there. He nearly cuts in front of Lord there. We just saw from the great angle of Kalki's Red Bull. And wow. Trent Newton has run away with it a bit. It's very hard to break DRS on this track, but both McLarens in the top 10, both Alpines in the top 10, both Ferraris in the top 10. Did I say both McLarens? I think I did. A lot of team play going on here, and RJ Cuestra picked up a 3-second, as well as Italian Ramen with a penalty, and we'll check that later on. But anyway, Lord has run away from it here. We actually might hop on board with Lord or Lindsay. So it looks like we're going to see a move, maybe, into these final corners. And Keith makes the move on Danger, and Wigan Moist makes the move on Sprinter. So that is 2 McLarens that have just lost positions there. And we'll have a look at the battery. Yeah, it looks very even right now. And Danger is in the pit lane with wing damage, I suppose. No. A early pit onto the hards, and it's already lap 4. How's that happen? Anyway, talking too much. Yeah. Guga P16. Danger P8, P15. The two Aston Martins not having the start they would have wanted. But, however, the Red Bull having a great day. Having a great day out here in England. And let's have a look at the point difference here. 16 points for the win. 14 P2, 12 P3, 10 P4, and 8 P5. Yes. So right now, 16, 14, 12. So 4-point gain. 41 points. The gap will extend in the championship battle between Lord Mahavir and Trent Newton. If these are the finishing positions. And Aiden is Raiden, 2.7 seconds behind the top 4 here. So I think this is the fight to watch. Aiden picks up a 10-second speeding in the pit lane. And that is huge with only a 13-lap race. That is a race killer. And Trent Newton, the star of the show, still. Not too much to talk about here, really. Yeah, not too much happening, not so much battles. So I guess we will just wait and see to see what these top 4 do. They have to get desperate soon. Some pits will be happening soon as well. Look at the tyres. Some hard runners here. Not the strategy whatsoever. So 10 seconds for Aiden and Rahman. And a 3-second for RJ. Not too good for them. Anywho, we will stick on board with the Ferrari. Not too many moves back there. Yeah, not too much to say really. Ferrari having a very, very dominant season. And Lindsay Muddle here actually contending the Ferrari while he is the Ferrari team principal. So he's led Ferrari to, I think, the lead of the constructors in both tiers, including the overall. And finally, we have a position change. A couple position changes. Trent Newton and Lindsay into the pit lane. And your new race leader, Lord Mahavir. His strategy is definitely going to be medium soft. I reckon he's going to come in lap 7 or 8. It is lap 6 now. Mikey into 3rd provisionally before pit stops. And 23 seconds down. Wow, that is huge gaps that have already been formed. I guess from pit stops. Finally get down into 17th. And danger, fastest lap of the race. 9 seconds between the front 2 now. So we actually saw yesterday in Tier 2 that the undercut you can get on this track is phenomenal because the tyres give out. This is a very, very fast track, and when the tyres underperform, you have a little bit of a problem with losing a lot of time on the cars behind, especially the cars who have just pit. So our race leader is P6 right now. He's net P1 after pit stops, but it just depends on how long the stint extends to, whether he goes a little bit earlier, a little bit later. Trent Newton onto the hards. I don't know. And Lord dives into the pit lane. Oh, bit of a lock there, trying not to get the 10-second. And Kalki follows him in. And we'll see here with Trent Newton what the timing's going to be. He's gotten a 1.5 second gain on Lindsay, so he's out of DRS. Will Trent Newton end up? Lord is coming out of the pit lane now. He's on the move out. Trent Newton is coming around the final corner. Is he at the pit limiter yet? No, he's not. Trent Newton is back into the lead of the race as the pit limiter comes off. So what has this done for the lead? He's even getting overtaken by... Oh, a big lock for Lord. A huge lock for Lord. And we're just going to see what these guys can do now, as Trent has run away with it by 1.8 seconds, and Lord looking to make the move. on Lindsay with a lap or two fresher tyres. They're all on the hard compound. And the top four, still the top four by a little mile. Apex, you're the race leader for now, followed by Zonix for the first time, I think, in P2 this season. However, that is not the finishing order. Unless a safety car comes out, that would be huge for Apex and Zonix. Anyway, onto the hangar straight. DRS. Lord has DRS. He's dumping the battery. We'll actually jump on board with Lindsay here. We'll see what he can do. Lord just hanging it behind. Kalki also hanging it behind. No battery for Lord here, so it's going to be very difficult for him to get around. While they're also trying to fight and battle Trent Newton. On to lap 9 out of 13. Lap 8 out of 13, sorry. Into turn 1. Into turn 2. Into turn 3. And turn 4. Onto the long straight. Down to the fast and unsettling left and right handers. A lot of drivers hate this part. Oh, and we're going to see a bit of a move here with Lord. He uses some of the battery. He's prioritizing his... Oh, and he sends it down the inside of Lindsay Muddle here. And you can see Trent Newton running away a bit in the front there. And Lord, he was looking to make the move, but I think he might be waiting for the hangar straight. He's going to farm up the battery here. Kalki is also behind. You can see a bit of that recharge light on the car at the back there. Kalki just hanging in the back, looking to secure some points here because Red Bull desperately need them. And Lord had a much better line than Lindsay. And what can he do now? 2 seconds, the gap increases. Lord looking to make a move, but no, it's not going to happen. The ERS difference is just holding Lord back more and more each lap. It's going to eat away at his tires. It's going to worsen his ability to Kalki just behind him. And Lindsay just enjoying this because right now it's a P2 finish. So instantly on the podium for him after his comeback. And Lord, he hasn't had enough. He hasn't given up yet. And he tries to hang it around the outside. A little bit of a switchback maybe. No, as they come together a little bit. And Lord down the inside. We're going to have a little bit of a run here on the straight. DRS going to open up. ERS is going to open up. And what can Lord do into here? Nothing. He's going to hang it back. Oh, no, he's not. Oh, I don't know. Lord is getting a little bit too impatient here. He needs to just secure the podium. He needs to just get some points here. It's only a 4-point difference. Don't do a Lando Norris Canada. That is all he needs to do. Apex, where's the other teammate? It's in first. He is in first. 4 laps to go. He'd surely come into the pit lane at the end of this lap. And Lord looking to make another run here onto the hangar straight. Is he burning? He is burning, but I don't think he has enough ERS because Lindsay Muddle has half a tank of battery still in the car. So he's just going to keep doing this. He's just going to keep holding him off until Lord has to make a desperate move. And hopefully, for Lindsay, makes a mistake and ruins his race. So Trent Newton still 2 seconds in the lead. They haven't come into the pit lane yet. Oh, no, Zonix has come into the pit lane. Apex is still the race leader. So has he pit? Surely not. No, he has not pit. So that is... everyone has stopped except for Apex. He's extended it as long as he possibly can. He might play a little bit of a team game here just to push Trent Newton down into the back of Lindsay here and try to get Lord a run. And actually, he is going to have a look here as he dives to the inside. And Lindsay tries to hold his line through here. He prioritizes the exit. He gets a little bit of grass on his front right tire there. And that ruins his exit for this straight heading into Maggots and Beckett's and the hangar straight. And not ideal for him. He doesn't have much battery. He's trying to keep up. And Kalki is right on his diffuser. You can see the recharge light there going on and off. Guga picks up a 3 second. That puts him down into 16th or 17th after penalties. So pretty much last if it wasn't for Italian Ramen being so far behind. Keith P6, you can see the Red Bull in the distance. And we're going to view on board here because there might be a little bit of a move. Don't know yet. And Apex dives into the pit lane. That is going to be his stop done. He's going to come out. Ooh, it's going to be close between him and Aiden in 8th. See how he can get along there. Now Trent Newton is your race leader. Once again, Lindsay Model P2, Lord Mahavir P3, and Kalki P4. So that is your championship fly right now. And you can see here on board with Kalki, Lord is having a look at a move here on Lindsay into turn 3 and 4. And is he going to send it down the inside? No, he's not. Onto the straight now. ERS. Ooh, a bit of a slipstream usage there for Lord. He doesn't dive down the inside. He just keeps it tight on the line. 2 laps to go. He knows he needs to get a move done. It's now or never pretty much for him. And we'll just ride on board with him for a moment. Okay, on to lap 12 of 13, the penultimate lap of our first sprint race this evening. Lindsay Muddle still in P2 by 3.5 seconds now, so Trent Newton pretty much secured the win for tonight. But however, the fight and the eyes are on the podium positions. Is it going to finish in this order with Lindsay, Lord, and Kalki in 2, 3, and 4? Or is there going to be some late changes? Lindsay hasn't had DRS for countless laps, but Lord still can't get past. Look at the battery difference. Half a tank, nearly a full tank. Kalki picks up a 3-second. He's out of the fight now. He might even lose the position to Keith. Now, it's just on the podium positions. Who's going to finish second and who's going to finish third? Lord, he's unhappy with third. He doesn't want third as he dives to the inside. I've seen this one before as they nearly collide like Max Verstappen and Lewis Hamilton in 2021. That is dangerous. That is dangerous. And a little bit of lag here, so we're seeing them collide a bit. Both have very, very similar lines. Lord just runs a little bit too wide. 6/10 down. He's using all the battery he can. DRS too, but it's not enough. And Lindsay, he's still got half a tank of battery. He is still farming, holding off Lord as long as he can, and he's done the ultimate defense here. Ramen picks up another 3-second. That's not what we care about right now. Into lap 13 out of 13. You can tell Lord is getting impatient. He's sticking it in between in between Lindsay and the track here, trying to push the limits as much as he can. Trent Newton, you can see him at the front there, already on the straight. 4 seconds down the road. Lord still trying to get as much as he can done to Lindsay. He wants that P2. He wants only a 2-point difference between him and his championship rival of Trent Newton in the Ferrari. What can he do into the final sector of this lap? Sector 3 into the hangar straight, into Maggots and Beckett's. Where can he find the time? Where can he find the pace? He doesn't decide to make the move this time. He runs a little bit wide there, trying to hold the throttle down as much as he can. He's already used all of his battery. That is not a good look. Oh, and Lindsay has a little bit of a moment there. He forces Lord to hop on the brakes a bit. He's got no battery and he spins. He has a little bit of a spin there. He has to correct the steering. Kalki just gets pushed behind in the carnage. Kalki's going to get the move done on track maybe. Down the inside. Oh, it's close. It is close. Kalki has a 3-second, so it's not going to affect him anyway. But Lord locks up, Kalki locks up a bit at the end there. Lord has a little bit of a spin. Lindsay Muddle comes home to take P2. Trent Newton is your winner for the first feature of this evening. 16 points to him and Ferrari, and 1 point for his teammates. So that's 17 points for them. Wow, what a race that was. And very, very unfortunate for Lord. He just couldn't get it done at the end. That little slide unfortunately ruled him out. And no points for Rift, actually, anymore. Rift, Aiden, Mikey, Guga, Piastria, Clammy, RJ, and Italian Ramen all get, unfortunately, no points. And we will just be back for the start of the next one. And the game giving Driver of the Day to Zonix there. I think Driver of the Day has to be Trent Newton. Actually, no. Driver of the Day has to be Lindsay Munnell that round. Very, very clean defensive driving from him. We didn't see much of everyone else, obviously, but Lindsay Muddle, I think, Driver of the Day for the first race, the normal layout of Silverstone. Okay, and as we go for 5 red lights, and away we go. Trent Newton into P1. Wicked Moist is already out, and yeah, that is the Alpine actually out. He's either retired or just not loaded in. Trent Newton fends off from Lindsay and Lord yet again. The Mercedes of Keith, he's already looking to make a move here on Kalki into one of the faster areas of the lap here of the race, of the track. Jeez, that took a while. P5 for him, already a very, very tough and fast circuit. This is the reverse layout of Silverstone. What can happen now? Mikey up into P10. He makes the move on the Haas of Apex. And now Keith is under pressure by Danger. And he backs out there at the end. We'll jump up here because we're seeing a little bit of moves from Lindsay and Lord. What can Lord do? Lindsay defends the inside. Lord runs a little bit wide. Kalki sees the opportunity. He sticks his nose in. Trent still running away with it a bit. He's already got a 6/10 gain. And this fighting constantly between P2 and P3 is definitely going to cost them with Trent, and this time Lord knows he has to outscore Trent here. He needs these points, and Lindsay runs wide. That's P3. P4 maybe. Can Kalki get the move done? It's close. They're wheel to wheel, heading into the final corner now. What can he get done here? Kalki still in it. Into turn 1. Very, very tricky. Into turn 2. Kalki runs wide. Oh, it's going to be looked at there. Lindsay might need to hand the position back. I don't know. That is a very, very tricky one. Kalki is just going to have to accept P4 for now, because I don't think Lindsay is handing that position back. However, Lord now gets the move down to Lindsay. What he tried but couldn't do in the normal race. Rahman gets a 10-second for corner cutting. I think that's 2 10 seconds, jeez. Anyway, he gets P2 in the opening lap of the race. And now he's on the charge for Trent Newton. He knows he needs to outscore Trent Newton here, but he needs to outscore him by a lot. Now it's either... Yeah, now he needs to outscore him by 6 points to get a gain on him, because he's just lost 4 points to Trent Newton, extending his gap to 41 points in the championship. Right now it'll extend to 43. So Lord here, realistically, for him, he needs Trent to finish P4 so he can get a 2-point gain. It'll go back down now to 35. So what can he get done here? Into lap 3 already. 10 laps to go. Lord Lavia, fastest lap of the race. A129. He runs a little bit too wide there. That is a very, very tricky area. Bit too much on the brakes, you can spin. Too little on the brakes, you can run wide or run off the track into turn 4, I believe it is. Turn 1, 2, no, turn 3. Anyway, very, very tricky. Very hard to get right. But however, Lord has the pace on this track, probably opposed to Trent Newton. We thought he ran off there, but that was a little bit of lag. We won't worry about that. Italian Rahman retires. Is that a retirement on track? No. Yes? No. That's in the pit lane, right? I believe so. The safety car will be out already. Anywho. Yes, okay, anyway. TRS online. Battery differences between Lord and Trent Newton. Trent Newton has a full tank nearly. Lord using all that he can to try and break DRS away from the Alpine in P3 after he ruined Lord almost in the last race as they went too wide into the final corners of the race. And yeah, Trent Newton just had a very, very easy one last race. He just cruised on by. The pit stop gave him a bit of a gap. He could just calm down, keep his tyres cool, and just get it to the finish line. And what he did was exactly that. And now, Lord Mahathir pushing maybe a bit of a strategy difference this race. But yeah, definitely will push to the end this race. to try and get first place on Lord. He didn't go 5 for 5. Right now, he is 3 for 4. Can he go 4 for 5 in race with RJ Callisto retires in the pit lane? So there's already 3 retirements from this race. 2 Aston Martins are now at the back of the pack. Keith into P5. Kalki. Oh, hang on. Kalki and Lindsay Muddle are going wheel to wheel. We were on board with Lord there for so long. Keith in the back there, he's just waiting for an accident to happen. And an accident, it did. Lindsay Muddle gets pushed off wide, and he's down in the P6. Kalki onto the podium after that questionable move. That is going to be quite the interesting one for them. And that is, I believe, RJ's car retiring on track. Anywho, Kalki now chasing Lord, and chasing Kalki is Keith. And he's looking to get a move done. Lord dives into the pit lane very early on, looking to get the undercut here. He saw how powerful the undercut was. Lindsay does the same. And Lord, in lap 5, opposed to, I believe, lap 7 or 8 it was, last round, looking to get the undercut done onto the hard compound. Guga also in the pit lane, but he did pick up a 10-second for speeding in it. Kalki, net P2, Keith, net P3. So your podium right now is a mix of 3 different drivers, 3 different cars. And Trent Newton has that little bit of a buffer between him and Kalki. So I believe the fight now, well, for now, will be between Kalki and Keith. Not former, what am I saying? Teammates in other leagues, they have some chemistry together. What can they do? We know Keith is racing for a certain someone this evening, and a win for him would be very, very nice. And shout out to Keith's grandpa if he's watching. Anyways, on to lap 6. Piastri retires from the session. Well, actually hit something in Beckett's and Maggots there. And the safety car is deployed, and that is huge for Trent Newton after Lord does an early pit stop for the undercut, which will not help him. However, Keith benefits from this. P3. P3, yeah, very good. Very, very good for him. Kalki just behind, and Trent Newton still, Kalki just in front, I should say, and Trent Newton leading the race. No double stacks. No double stacks. That turned out well for them, I guess. And he comes out behind a V-carb. Oh, no. Oh, never mind. That is all good. That is all good then. Nothing to worry about. Rahman leaves the session. Expected. Anyway, let's not have a repeat of Silverstone in real life here. With the restart causing a little bit of a controversial penalty with Oscar Piastri. And we saw with safety car restarts last night, with our race leader commentating, of course, what you can do at the safety car restarts. You can really back people up in the start and then just send it away. Very unexpectedly too. You can just slide on the brakes at the end there, especially with the corners being so hard and some being so fast. Backing up the pack and then just launching the car. So this will give everyone a chance to recharge the battery. Keith net P3, Lord down into 5th, Lindsay down into 9th, starting from P2. Not ideal for him. Clammy Kid in 11th. His first glimpse of points that he's had this entire season. One position he needs, and it's Sprinter Giggles. A quick driver, maybe not too quick, but a driver who knows what he is doing nonetheless, and he won't give up that position to Clammy Kid so easily. I know they're in VC right now, but it's going to be a tough one. Some words will be said, that is for sure. Anyways, on the restart here, let's have a look at tyre compounds. Everyone should be onto the hards. You would assume Danger's on the mediums. So your top 3 are on the hards. Lord on another set of hards. So Keith needs this podium here desperately, with Aiden in 13th and both Ferraris scoring points. So not good for the constructors from Mercedes. Not for myself too, because I am a Mercedes driver. However, uh, we're all neutral here in the comments box. So anywho, safety car should be in next lap as we are waiting for good old Guga to catch up to the pack. A bit of anger coming from the Alpine garage Lindsay model and his brake bias, cooking his defense there on I believe it was Lord, oh no, on Kalki, and then obviously that little bit of a shove at the end, pushing him off, and the safety car also ruining him. Safety car in this lap, I believe so, yes. And he'll slow down the pack as the safety car gets into the pit lane. Anyways, Guga requesting some glaze on comms, so we'll just hop on here at the back. He's pretty much dead last. So, well done, Guga. The comeback of a king here. 13th points are in sight for you. Anyway, hopefully we can see him in the points. Hopefully we can see Clappy Kid in the points. And we'll hop on at the front to the restart because we're going to miss it as we head into the first corner here. And we are underway. Keith might get a jump here. Oh, it's close. Using the battery. Kalki is still recharging. Jeez, I am lagging. But anywho, Keith up the inside on the diffuser of Kalki. What can he get done into turn 4? Flat out here almost, depending on how good your tyres are. Now, use some of that battery. DRS would usually open up, but we're going to see that next lap because of the safety car. Into another near flat out corner. You just have to lift here. From my knowledge, Trent Newton has already gained a 6 or 7 10th gain. 6-7. Anyways, Keith still on the attack here through Beckets and Maggots. We're already past the hangar straight. And heading into these very tricky corners here. They're tricky on the normal layout. They're even trickier on the reverse layout. Kalki's still recharging the battery there. Keith doing the same. Trent has run away with it and danger. He's still sticking it up the inside. 5 laps. Those mediums might actually do them good at the end here, depending on how used they get. Depending on how the dirty air affects them, Keith has a little bit of a lock there on the right side. Still keeping it to Kalki, Lord in P5. He can't get around Danger, and it's going to cook his tyres even more, especially with Danger being on the mediums. He's pretty much a lost cause. Trent, fastest lap of 128.2 on the hard compound. That is an extra point at the end of the race if he can keep that fastest lap. And yes, valuable points for majority of the time, especially if you're in a constructors championship fight like Ferrari are. And Rift falls down a bit. Clammy Kid into 13th and Guga into 11th. Guga, points are on the line here, man. He's looking to get around. Oh, a little bit wide for him there. He's got no battery left. He needs to get in front of this Ferrari, and Mikey goes round the outside. That is an unbelievable move there with the Williams and the Aston. Former teammates here going wheel to wheel. Guga, unfortunately leaving. Oh, and is that a bit of damage there for Guga? I believe it is, as Clammy sent it down the inside, and it's a very, very scrappy move. And they're going wheel to wheel now through these through these sequences of corners here. Keith, Kalki, and Trent still in the same order. Lord got in front of danger. But anyway, we're going to stick on board here with Mo, and Mikey has another moment like he did in Quali, and Guga gets the blunt end of that, and he gets hit directly. A 3-second penalty comes his way, and I believe, yes, his entire right side of his wing is completely off. Points are out of the picture for him, but Clammy Kid, he got the benefit of that fight. He's up into 11th, so he's gained 2 positions there. Now, on the hard compound, it's just the Ferrari of Rift. He's just barely out of DRS. He doesn't have much battery, but he knows he needs to get in there. Rift isn't as fast of a driver as Clammy. Clammy, very, very quick last season. Season 7, I believe he finished 4th and even pole positions. And Rift, oh, I thought he ran wide there. Clammy actually ran a bit wide there, taking too much curb. But anyways, he's in DRS now, just by a hair. And we'll jump up the front here, because now these guys are actually getting quite close. Lord Mahavir, 1.7 away from the Mercedes. Kalki still trying to stand up the inside of Trent Newton. They haven't given up the fight there, and Trent just can't get away. That safety car has definitely spiced things up at the end here. 3 laps remain. Zonix down into 8th, and Lindsay on the recovery now. He's into 7th. Clammy well and truly into DRS now. And the Haas in 4th and 6th. What? I don't even know what to say anymore. I've kind of gone over everything now. Trent Newton still leading the race. Guga is effectively lost. Even with the penalty, if he gets in front, it's still going to be difficult for him to get any points. He's pretty much out. And Rift gets a 3-second penalty here. That is huge for Clemmy Kid. That puts him into the points for the first time in Season 8. He's going to get points if he doesn't mess up now. Oh, and oh no, they're having a bit of a scruffle. Clammy Kid looking to get around. He's got the 3-second, but he still wants to get in front. He wants to have a chance up at the Mercedes up the front there. He doesn't want anything to go wrong. Rift can definitely hold up drivers for him, and he needs to get round. This is a dumb place to overtake. We saw that in Tier 2 by a couple of questionable moves. But now he'll have DRS down the back straight here into the left-hander, right-hander, and what is going to happen here? He's got no battery. Rift, is he going to let it happen? He's got no DRS. Clammy doesn't want to get any damage. Round the outside, he gets the move done, and it's a very, very clean move. Very, very nice. And Sprinter down into 12th. Rift now, a bit of a barrier for Clammy. He's in the points. That is exactly what he needs right now. And if Aiden can pick up a 3-second, that is an extra point. That's 2 points for him, equaling Kalki, was equaling Kalki before this race. Now, he's in P2, and he finished P4 last race. So, into the penultimate lap. Kalki runs wide, and Keith says thank you very much. Kalki picks up a 3-second also, so that is him effectively into P6, maybe P7, 6-7. And Keith now on the charge, a second and a bit away from Trent Newton. Can he catch up in time? Can he get the move done on Trent Newton? Does he have enough pace? But Kalki has DRS, obviously, from Trent Newton before he got overtaken, but now Lord right behind. He wants to get in front to try and have a go at Keith. Keith in P2 now. He wants that move. He wants P1. He wants that win, his first win of the season. He's going to win yet. Oh, and they go wheel to wheel. Kalki getting very, very close. Now Lord says thank you very much, and through he goes. Mikey, I believe, has retired on track. That hasn't brought out the safety car. Thank the Lord. I don't think it can come out because there's only 1 or 2 laps to go. 1.5 laps to go, I should say, as we head into the final corners of the race. Keith now 2 seconds away from Trent Newton. Trent has run away with the win here. and Kalki and Lord are still going wheel to wheel, still going toe to toe. Lord locks up a little bit. Kalki gets the switchback almost. Lord keeping his line around the outside to go wheel to wheel, and Lord forces Kalki off the track onto the grass there. And Keith, he's still in front, he's still leading this group of the 4 drivers here, all fighting for podium positions. Lord regains his podium after pitting early and getting screwed over by the safety car. But Trent Newton, 3 seconds. He has immense pace on those tyres. He's just gained another second, and now Lord, he's only 3/10 behind. He wants his P2 back. He needs his P2 back. He knows he can't lose another 4 points to Trent Newton. So that effectively moves the gap from 41 up to 45 points. Keith, he's got half a tank of battery. Lord has none. He will have DRS though. He will have that advantage. He doesn't farm any battery. He's got 0 battery. All he'll have is DRS and maybe a dive bomb in his playbook. Keith burning all the battery he has. He wants to keep this P2. He needs this P2. And Lord sends it down the inside there. A bit of a silly move, and Kalki says thank you very much. And he almost gets the move done, but Lord has a comeback. But Kalki, they go wheel to wheel on the back straight now. There's only 3 corners to go into a flat out corner. Lord down the inside of Kalki. He locks up a bit on the curb. Kalki round the outside. In the inside now, and Danger looks to have a go, but Danger has a bit of a slide. Apex is going to capitalize on this now. Apex on the left, use the curb. He gets the move done to the line. It's a photo finish, and Apex gets the move done on Danger. What a final lap there. Oh my goodness. Your final positions here. Trent Newton goes back to back. 2 wins for him this evening, a perfect 32 points for him and his championship. Keith, P2. The Haas team of Lord and Apex, 3rd and 4th. Danger, 5th, just barely missing out. Lindsay, his early pit stop ruined him, as well as his a little bit of a moment there on the grass with Kalki. Zonix, P7. Kalki in his penalty drops him down to P8. Aiden, P9. And Clammy Kid picks up his first points of the season in P10. What a race. What an evening it was. And we're going to get some interviews. I wasn't going to do any interviews, but we have to get some interviews after that. So 1 second while we get that done.
Huh?
Okay. I guess we'll go in finishing order. So Lord isn't here. I don't think he's joining. Didn't want to talk to him anyway. Oh, here he is. Okay. Lord Mahvir, our 3rd place finisher for this evening. 3rd place in both races. How is your evening? Can you talk in here? I think you can. Okay.
Yeah. Pretty
Alrighty.
special race. Special needs race.
Your special needs.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Alrighty. So Lord P3 in both races, Trent winning both of them. So losing a lot of time there, for you. Or what are your thoughts on that?
Races were rigged. Yeah. That safety car, I could have maybe came up P1 if it wasn't for the safety car and the reverse race. And then for the first one I got killed. I got what's the word for it? Yeah, I got kind of murdered turn 1, or not murdered, but like I don't know. Yeah, so I got yeah,
Got
I was
or
murdered.
harmed.
Nice.
Oh yeah, kid.
Yeah, bit
Yeah,
of a
so
battle
yeah,
between
it was
you and Lindsay.
yeah.
Getting a bit
Yeah,
desperate
that was
at the
pretty
end
fun,
there.
but I was annoyed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
You weren't
I was,
lying about
I was
taking
getting
out.
annoyed, but at the same time, it was a nice battle.
You weren't lying about killing his side pods, were you?
Well, it was. I was ahead of the apex, so
Oh my god, mate! You murdered about 5 people. Shush.
you
Uh,
murdered me.
anyway. Yeah, so the championship lead for Trent extends 8 points there at the end. So,
It's only 8. So that's fine,
any
really.
any thoughts heading into
I know.
Spain?
Drive fast and win.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
hold on.
You.
Hold on.
Okay.
Oof.
That guy finished last. I don't know why he's in here. Anyway, thank you for your time, Lord. On to Keith, our P2 finisher. P5 in the first race. How was your day?
First race, me and Aiden got terrorized by Danger. He broke my wing, and then we just couldn't get DRS again, so I was in no man's land. Pretty boring race. Second race, I came out of the pits with Danger behind me, looked back and saw him absolutely murder Lord. It's pretty funny. Then
This is-
really what happened was I was behind Kelky. Kelky went wide, I went up the inside of him. Fair move and whatever, but Trent already had a second gap, and really once you've got DRS going, you can't get it back.
Yeah. And championship wise, I think you're still P3. Yeah.
It depends if Lord gets pens, which he will. But,
Well,
yeah.
I guess we'll have to wait and see about that. But yeah. Any thoughts for you
I just
heading
need to
into
give a
Spain?
shout out to Climby Kid, first point this season.
Okay. Yep. Thanks for that.
Well, no, we need to stop. Climby Kid, first points this season. Like, what a gun. I want to say congratulations to Trent, though. He dominated Lord. Lord's a quality
Yeah,
merchant.
shut up.
Confirmed.
I can't say my favorite
No,
word here. So
Yeah, you're gonna leave now, Lord. You're gonna leave now. All right. Anyway, any
Oopsies.
thoughts
Okay,
heading into Spain,
thanks,
Keith?
Jordan. I had a pretty fun race. Watch Lord and Danger get a quali ban.
Okay, awesome.
Ed.
On to our back-to-back race winner, Trent. How was your evening?
Oh, I mean, I was shaking after I got that pole position. That was like my PB by like 2 or 3 tenths. So, then after that, I was kind of scared that somehow my set was going to be a quality set, but no, I just had pace because I practiced for once. Someone said the only reason I was winning is because I only went practicing, but then I stopped practicing, but now I started again and I won by like over 3 seconds in both races. So that's all I have to say about that. And oh, it was good.
Yep. Championship extension, obviously good. Don't think we'll see you lose the lead for a little while as we head into the halfway point. But any thoughts into Spain?
I mean, it's probably my paired with Silverstone, I'd say, like capability wise. So it'll be, unless I completely sell in some degree, I should be winning there as well because for some reason Lord's lost all his pace. That wasn't even there in the first place because all he can do is time trial. So it'll be
So
a
real,
good
so
weekend there.
real, Trent.
Hopefully I can
So
win.
real.
Right.
Hey, congrats on the win, though. He absolutely dominated both races.
But
Anyway,
Lord was getting too much of an ego. I had to just
you can
put him
stop
down a
blazing each
notch.
other
Yeah,
now.
fair enough.
All right,
No, I
thanks,
have to give
guys.
you.
Okay, anyway, we will cut them off there. Thank you for joining in with us this evening. 6:30. We are concluding tonight. That is round 7. Silverstone in ORL here. And we'll see you back next week with Spain. Thank you. And good night.